Here we are Friday morning, and we are packing boxes ready to go to Bosnia. So I'll just take you in and see what we got. So we got our camera kit here. We've got a picture here of the family we stayed with when we were on the expedition. We're going to give that to the family to hang in the little bar, which is in the background of the picture there. Some DOS bags there. We've got the dreaded compo, so that bus is going to be smelling very nice. There's lots of things with beans in there, so those that know compo knows what the result of that's going to be. So there's Chiza packing these boxes up ready to go. A lot of the stuff there from the guys up in Scotland, 124 Field Squadron, and lots of other people who donated up there. Chiza's just packing that box for them. Duncan's just packed that box there with lots of stationery. One here from Janty, my friend Janty and Drew. That's going in, we're going to put that separate because that's a nice little donation from them. What else is there? Oh, we've got more stuff to come up this afternoon, I believe. But we're ready to put a load of clothes in. I'll take you downstairs. So here's a minibus here. So we have some more stuff to go in here. What else we got in here? So as we're driving to Bosnia, we're going to take 2 days to drive to Bosnia. It's just short of 1,500 miles. So we're taking a stove with us, some pots, compo upstairs. We'll also stop. I've got a couple of boxes of gear in here. As you can see, we've got a bed, so somebody can be sleeping in the bed at all times. You know, so we can share the driving. One guy will be on the seat, 2 people up front, and we'll drive continuously till we get to Bosnia. Have a day in Bosnia, and then we will come back over the next 2 days. So we're leaving Sunday morning, and we'll be back Friday lunchtime, I believe. So there's a load of stuff under this bed as well. This bed lifts up, as in the storage box underneath. I've still got a quilt to go in there, obviously, because we don't rough it here. We're ex-Royal Engineers at the end of the day, like, so we don't tend to rough things, like, you know.
Where's the fun in roughing?
If we can help it. So this bus is going to be kind of well packed in. So there's only 4 of us going. So that'll all be packed in there with lots of gear. And so that's us ready to go. Right, here we are, Sunday morning, and we are heading off to Bosnia. Just get ready to set off. Now you can see we're pretty loaded up now. With all the gear we're taking down to this school and on the way to pick up. So we get Dave here. Dave's for 26 Engineer Regiment. Beat his mess do last night, so he's not his best this morning. We get Mark Coleman here, and Duncan's coming in a minute. So we're all loaded up. There's a trailer from Compass Trailers, freebie that was. So many thanks to Ben for Compass. There's Chiza as a going away party, like he wave us off, you know. And anyway, that's us ready to go. We'll keep you updated on our travels. And look at Coleman there. Look at him.
We're ready for it, sir.
Here we are, on our way. Harry, we get somebody there called Mr. Coleman. In fact, Dave. And we've got 1,279 miles to go. We're turning left at 67 miles. It's a long straight road. So just travelling through it, Mount Block Tunnel. Here we are, stopped just outside Milan, and there's a sign for Milan over there. And we're eating the breakfast of kings, compo. Compo. Can't ask for more than that. Like, this is getting a bit cramped in here. We can't wait to get rid of this stuff so we can get some room, make a brew. So there's Dave. Dave, what are you having for breakfast this morning?
Can't beat it.
Pork sausages and beans and tomato sauce.
It's legendary.
Can't be bad. So that's the breakfast of kings this morning, compo. There we go. So we're over halfway. I think we've got about 670 miles to go. So not doing too bad at all. That's in just about, not even 24 hours, is it?
What, midday yesterday we left?
Midday we left Andover, and then we got held up with the boat because the boat couldn't get into the port. Stuff like that. We left Dunkirk at about 20 past 7, eh?
Yeah, it's about
Something like that, yeah. Right, here we are with my travelling buddies. So we've got Mark in the front. Duncan's driving. Dave's got a pillow on his face. I think he's farting. So we've just had sauerkraut and sausage for a dinner. Look how packed this thing is. Like, they put me in a wee hole here. This is my wee hole. Like, that's where they put me. Back of the bus. So we're now in Croatia, and we're about, how many miles we got to go? 247 till we get to Parsavici, and then that's us. Actually, I'm in that bed there. So there you go. So look Dave there, look at his big fizzog there. Eh? He's lying there with his sauerkraut after sauerkraut and sausages. It's not good. It's not good. It's no big, it's no clever. There, Mark, he's sauerkraut as well. Eh? Yeah, I've got a star now since I came here. Right, so we're now in Bosnia. Again, we had dramas at the border where we get stopped, and they told us we needed a green card for the trailer. We never knew that. But at the cost of a box of celebrations, we're through the border and we're now in Bosnia. But then somebody else seen us handing over a box of celebrations, so he wanted his box as well, but in the end we blagged ourselves out of that. So there's 9 boxes of chocolates going to the kids because the border guards got one. It was either that or we were turned away at the border. There you go. So good old Bosnia. I have to say, when we set the sat nav to get to Parsavici, we didn't know we were going off-roading. But it's, oh no, we're back on tarmac. We're back on tarmac. We're alright now, we survived the roads. Survived the roads to Parsavici. How was that then, Duncan?
Lovely.
So we've only got 26 miles to go. And we're up fairly high here. If you look round there, you can see, I'm not blinding Duncan too much. There's quite a drop down there.
You'll find out when you get down there.
And I can see a moss just over there. Moss in the distance.
Oh, bump!
Oh!
Speed bump. Not too bad.
That was good.
And that was a speed bump.
Other one.
Why put a speed bump on a road like this? It's just there's more craters than the moon behind us. It looks like they've just actually put this tunnel in, doesn't it? Yeah.
It's a wall that's running down it.
Here we are the night. I'm in the pit here. That's Dave's pit for the night. Dave just set his bed up. We've got Mark in the middle seat. Good evening. And Duncan's on the front seat, across the front seats. So we got here late, so obviously the place where we're going to stay tonight's shut. And we don't want to wake the people up, which we've probably done so anyway. But it's now about 12:15, 12 past midnight. There's the pub, just there where we stayed at before, and no doubt we'll see these people in the morning and get this bus emptied because it's pretty full. So we're looking forward to having a bit of space in here. So that's us for the night. There's my pit. Good night, Jim Bob.
Like Mary Lou.
Mary Lou, what have you been watching? Here we are in Parsavici, and we're just about to recover the vehicle out here. There we go. Here we go. So here we are, and what's the name of the school? Nama di Skula. Yes. Osna School. There you go. This is where we are, and this is the all Bosnia room here. There we go. Children did all this, and they're incredibly happy. I'd like to just thank everybody who donated for this. The school is really pleased at what we brought, and I hope the next time we come we can bring even more. Can you say that in Deutsch?
I've schon gesagt, when we come wieder, we bring viel mehr mit. Yeah? Oh, they speak German here now, but they don't speak German, it's the other blood.
Okay. So here at the school, this is their Sportsplatz, basketball court. As we can see, perhaps next time we come out, we bring some sports equipment with us. So it's really good. And we're getting a wee tour of the school now, which is great. They couldn't be more appreciative if they tried.
Thank you.
Are you happy? Happy with what we brought?
Yes.
Oh.
That makes us happy.
Good.
Picture is very good.
Jedna velika hvala i nadamo se uspješnoj saradnji u narednom periodu. Dobro. Podijelite je sad učenicima koji
Okay. Yes.
ovdje dobro učinjeni.
Okay, do you want me to give them that?
Ja.
Go. Hello.
Thank you.
Thank you. There you go, mate.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Dave, come give these out, mate. Okay, if we can say who we are, I'll tell them who we are, yeah? Okay, my name is Billy McLeod. I'm from Scotland. Okay? Yes.
What's your name?
My name is Billy. I'm from Scotland, and the rest of them are from England. Our team.
Oi.
Why Scotland? Okay. We are former soldiers from the British Army, and on August this year, September this year, we came to this village. We were driving Land Rovers up in the hills, and one of the vehicles went down the hill, crashed. And Hannah's family looked after us for 3 days, and we were really thankful for the help we got. So we wanted to give something back to the village. So that's why we brought some stuff now to give to use.
My name is Staff Sergeant Nash. This school in Bosnia, we've just driven 36 hours. Veterans in action, we've done an expedition. They crashed in the local areas, the local family and the local people clubbed together and helped out these people massively. As a thank you, we've come back. We've given the school loads of stationery and supplies. We're in the process of building up a good relationship. And this class and this school would like the 26th Engineer Regiment, Sergeants, Warrant Officers Mess and the Officers in Mess for their donations. The donations went towards the station and these people are massively thankful, so thank you very much.
here we are in the village of Parsavice. This is where we stayed here in September when we had the accident. We've just been up to the local school in Parsavice and we just got told there's 6 schools attached to the kind of people of the village. So some have only got 3 classes, some are bigger. Parsavice school is fairly large, but kids brought in buses. So we handed over all the stuff that people had donated to the school and they couldn't be happier if they tried. We want to build a good relationship up in this area. These people are fantastic and they couldn't be more welcoming if they tried. So I'd like to say a massive thank you to everybody who gave me anything, and I'm sorry and I'll apologise unreservedly that we're going to ask for more stuff because we want to build a relationship here. They haven't got a lot, and when you hand something over like this, just imagine that somebody with PTSD being involved in this and the feeling they get by helping other people. And that's what Veterans in Action has always been about, helping yourself by helping others. And that's the principle of what this trip's about. So we want to help people in this area. I think it's a great area to come to. Mark can just look at the hills behind us. This is the terrain that we're in. It's absolutely fantastic. And we want to do as much as we can in this area with the local people and build great relationships with them. We think it's good for the soul and it's great because they are fantastic people, and it's by giving you achieve so much more. What's that for a football stadium, eh? It's Bayern Munich's football stadium there. There you go, eh? Here we are, just outside Munich. Traffic jam, first of the trip really. Mark's in charge of the pointy thing.
Hello there. Good morning.
Duncan's fast asleep. Dave's fast asleep. Dave's fast asleep up the back there somewhere. And I'm kind of got a broken wing. So had a wee fall yesterday. And guess what? McLeod's damaged himself again. So there you go. So it's not the best. I can't drive anymore because my arm doesn't work. But it is my bad arm, so I suppose that's a good thing. So, what do you think, Mark?
You twat.
Last stage of our journey. Just leaving Cali Port, heading for Dover. And we did just over 3,000 miles, wasn't it, lads?
Round about, yeah.
3,200 miles maybe. And 4 days of driving. So pretty damn good, I think. I think the experience of going to the school was good for us all. I think we get a great deal from that. And as I said in an earlier video, we want to build a relationship with this village. They're unbelievably welcoming to us, and they ask for nothing. So for us to be able to give them something made us feel incredibly good. So that was it. What was your think? What's your thoughts on it, lads?
Loved every minute actually. It's good seeing the smiles on the teachers' faces, the kids' faces when we gave them stuff. That's brilliant to see. Brilliant to see. So let's hope we can give them more stuff.
For us, a fantastic experience. The drive was a bit of a laugh as well. Got a bit mad towards the end with Mark doing stupid things on Snapchat.
And who
well, you know, I get dragged into it. Dave doesn't like cameras. Duncan, was Duncan saying, oh, we're going to the port? Aye. So that's us. It's been a great trip, a great experience, and living in a bus for 4 days. No showers, a bit of compo, chuffs a bit in there.
We're a bit right.
We're a bit right, to say the least. So those that wanted to come and maybe have a shower every day, that wasn't happening in this trip. This was straight in and straight out, something Mark's used to. We've just returned Christie, the VIA centre, and a lot of people have questioned the wisdom of bringing this vehicle back, and I'll explain why we brought it back. For one thing, the wheels alone, £600 for the wheels. We have, as you can see here, rock sliders, we have steering guards, we have terra firma shocks, springs, heavy duty springs, and other things we have. So I'm going to go through the other vehicles. They're running just now. I'll just get ready to set them up in the little port we've got from there. So this vehicle here, when we were out on the expedition, this is Aria. When we were out on the expedition, one of the guys hit a rock underneath and punctured the diff. We used a battlefield repair kit to fix it in the field, but now we've got it back, it needs replaced. So again, the axle is going to come off of that one and go onto this one here, onto Aria. So more money spent to get this back on the road. Steph here at the back, a few issues with this as well. We found when we get back, either the gearbox is playing up or it could be the prop shaft needs sorted. We need to sort that. We'll put some road tyres on this just now. So again, we will use Christie as the donor vehicle for that. What else is there? The value of the build for us was huge. It's great to have the off-road vehicles, but we worked on these vehicles for 10 months. That was 10 months, almost 60 veterans working on the vehicles, and the value of that for the veterans on it was huge. What this allows us to do is, Christie here now becomes a donor vehicle for us to build another Land Rover. But what we will do first is we will look at the other vehicles, the other 3 vehicles. As you can see, the Defenders in the background there, that's got a selector issue in the gearbox, which we'll sort out at the next build. So what it'll do is we'll get all these 3 so they're up running as they should be post expedition, and then we will look to rebuild a further vehicle using Christie as a donor vehicle. A few other things I forgot to mention is we found they were underpowered. We found these 2 here were underpowered on the expedition, and that's because we hadn't put a new turbo on them. So we have a new turbo on Christie that will be put onto Aria, and we have a spare turbo which will then be put onto Steph. So these 2 are powered, and we'll probably wind the fuel up a bit more, so the fuel pump a bit more, so we get more power from them. They're only 110 horsepower, brake horsepower, these vehicles, but we reckon we can get them up to 125, 135 with doing some modifications, which will give us more power in the field with them. The trip to Bosnia itself, it was incredibly good for us. We did the round trip in 4.5 days. We also looked at it as a recce for the future, as in if we wanted to go down to Croatia to do a 2-week, 3-week expedition, how good that would be for us how quick we could get down there, so we get maximum time in the field as opposed to spend a long time to get there and only have a short period. So that's going to work for us. I have to say, the Bosnian people from the village of Pasovice, absolutely fantastic. Some people also questioned whether the vehicle would still be there when we got there. But having met these people, we knew the vehicle would be there. Genuine, decent people who all they did was want to help. So we can always look at the negative side of any of these things, but for us, we were confident that the people we were dealing with in Bosnia would look after what we had, and that they couldn't have done a better job. The school, I'd like to say a big thank you to all the people that donated for the school items. That was incredibly huge. You know, like the school, they were overwhelmed. The teacher's face when we brought in this stuff was excitement. She was overwhelmed, and the children, they don't have a lot in these places. And I want to show you this Raptor paint and how it withstood to an accident. So here you go, you can see the Raptor paint. So this rolled down a hill, 75 metres down a hill, through trees. It turned end to end, it turned twice, and then went on its side and rolled 5 times. And look how the Raptor paint has withstood this. You can see a split in the metal there. It hasn't even split the paint, but you can see that. Nothing on that door at all is damaged. Like I say, this rolled down a hill. You see the dents in the door there. Again, paint's hardly touched. Again, look at the back here. Raptor paint has withstood it. You get a few scratches on the back there. Back door, totaled in the back door. But look where the bends are the creases in the paintwork. Not a crack in the paint at all. Raptor paint, I have to say, is huge. Okay, a bit of damage up there. That one took a pounding. Like you see, it's took it right down to the bare metal. The side panel here, even the side panel, that's probably hit by a square or rock. Again, it's not split the paint. So Raptor is absolutely stunning. If you think they're using Raptor paint for durability off-road, you couldn't ask for any better than that. Bonnet, you can see the bonnet's dented in. Even where the creases are in the bonnet, Raptor paint's withstood that as well. So you can't speak highly enough about Raptor. It is stunning paint and it's done a great job. Look at the roof there where it's all caved in. Again, Raptor's withstood that. There you go.